Hello, guys, and welcome to my new podcast featuring Honeygun.
Hello,
Welcome,
everybody.
Honeygun.
Thanks for having me on this podcast. I'm delighted to be here. It's hopefully should be good fun.
Yeah, it should be covering football season, Premier League, Championship. We'll also touch on Champions League and big European competitions and breaking news virtually. But today's episode, where will Bristol City finish? Now, if you enjoy this podcast and you want to watch more podcasts, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that notification button. Normally I'd have comments flying in and we will show comments in that, but today's episode is a pre-recorded episode, so but the next all of the episodes will be live, but today we just thought since it's the first podcast we'd do it pre-recorded. But let's get into it. So, Harry, your thoughts on last season at Bristol City?
Last season, obviously, we finished 17th in the Championship, and I think it was a bit of a season of inconsistency. I think we only managed to win back-to-back games at the end of the season, where we beat Derby and Hull back-to-back. So it was a very inconsistent season. I feel like we did get a load of injuries, so that didn't help us. But I feel like it was a bit of a transition season under Nigel Pearson. So I think a lot of City fans were expecting, another lower table place finish last season. So yeah, couldn't really have any complaints really about last season. But yeah, it was a bit of an inconsistent season.
Okay, who was a real standout player last season?
Obviously, I think Andy Vyburn, coming back from an ACL injury from the season before, scoring 22 goals, also getting 10 assists. He single-handedly really, kept us in the division. God knows where we would be, where we would have finished last season if we didn't have Andy Vyburn. And so yeah, it's got to be Andy Vyburn, who's like the one stand-up player if I had to choose one player that stood out last season.
What do you make to all this youth that are coming through Bristol City right now? Obviously, you got a really good youth academy. So, what are your thoughts on that?
I think the youth academy is like, you could see like there's a good path between the academy and the first team. The likes of, there's so many youth academy players that got minutes last season. The likes of, Antoine Semenyo, Alex Scott, Eamon Benares, Sam Bell even, and Tommy Conway. And there's a lot of other youth players that are coming through, and you could see that if they keep working hard, then they will reach the first team one day. Likes goalkeepers Harvey Wells, Richards, and Will Buse, and just many more I could name, but there's other two players I can think of off the top of my head right now. So I think this youth kind of at Bristol City.
Okay. What was that noise? Okay. What was like one player that really did not like? You had high hopes of going into the season, but it didn't perform to those like high hopes.
I think I'd say maybe Naki Wells, to be honest, because the season before last season he got like 10 goals, I believe. So yeah, I felt like he not have like a really like breakout season where he's got like 20 plus goals, but I felt like he could have chipped in with a bit of more goals last season, because we didn't get him 3 goals last season. I felt like he could have done a little bit more. So I say he was like one player that let me down last season, and yeah, say him, to be honest.
Now, what would you rate your season last season out of 10?
Um, I think I give it a 6 out of 10. To be honest, I think yes, it was inconsistent, but you could see that we were trying to perform really, really good. Um, and yeah, I feel like in the performance you could see the passion from some of the players, and and sometimes the quality wouldn't always show through, but um, like the passion was always there, and I feel like yes, it was, as I said, an inconsistent season. You could see that the players were really trying to give a good performance every week. So I'd say a 6 out of 10 for last season.
Obviously, you mentioned there inconsistent, and you also mentioned earlier that you only won 2 games back to back, and those were Derby and Hull. Now, obviously, that'd be something that you want to improve on this season, but do you think you can do that this season?
I feel like we can definitely improve this season. I think we can we can feel pretty optimistic about this season. I don't think we'll be challenging for playoffs or anything, but I think we can push towards like upper mid table sort of, because like the signings we've made, like I think we've I think we've recruited in the right areas. You know, our defense last year was like shambolic at times, and you know the signings of Cal Naismith and Kane Wilson are gonna really help out our defense. So I think we can improve on last season because you know we've got a good midfield and a good attack. It's just really our defense that needs improving, and I think we've improved our defense a little bit. So I think we can improve this season.
Okay. Now, what do you make of pre-season so far? Like, obviously, you played 2 games in one day against Exeter and Forest Green. So, what do you make of pre-season so far?
I think we had a pretty good pre-season. We had an unbeaten pre-season. I think I believe we got 2 draws and we won the other pre-season games, I believe. So I think we had a pretty good pre-season, and we didn't really pick up any like injuries if any injuries at all, to be honest. So I think we're in good shape heading into this next season.
Yeah, okay. I'm just moving around there. But, wait, I'm just checking your pre-season. So 2-0 win against Cheltenham, 0-0 draw, 1-0 win against Plymouth, 3-1 win against Forest Green, 2-2 draw against Exeter, and 1-0 win against Bournemouth. So, yeah, a good pre-season. Now, going into your first couple of fixtures, obviously you've got Hull away, Sunderland at home, Wigan away, Luton at home, Cardiff at home, Blackpool away, Huddersfield at home to round off August, or technically July and August. What do you make to those fixtures, and what are the winnable ones? Winnable that you can say.
Yeah, I think it's a decent start to the season. Definitely got some tough games in there, but you know, winnable games. I'd probably say Wigan is probably a winnable game. Say Cardiff may be a winnable game. I know they've made quite a lot of signings, but you know, um, I think it will take a lot of time for those players to gel. So I think Cardiff may be a winnable game there. I also think Blackpool could be a winnable game because I'm not sure about Blackpool's manager Michael Appleton, so I think that could be a winnable game. Sunderland might be a winnable game as well, but it'll be a tough game because Alex Neil, you know, is a decent manager and they got some decent players. And Huddersfield could be a winnable game, but yeah, because they've lost Harry Toffler and Lewis O'Brien to your club, Nottingham Forest, and we've also lost their manager Horace Corbran, so that could be a winnable game, but it'll still be tough for us. But yeah, I think there's quite a lot of winnable games in there, to be honest.
I was just looking at your home shirt there. Does your home shirt have like a shirt maker? Like, obviously we've got Macaron. What's yours?
Oh yeah, we got Hummel, I think, as our shirt maker. Can't really see it because it's in red, but yeah, Hummel is our shirt maker for
I was going to
this season.
say, well, who's your sponsor? Let's look at your sponsor.
Our sponsors Huber. I don't know what it is, but yeah, the sponsor looks decent, to be honest.
Now, when do you play Swansea? Is it 29th of October and you got them at home first? Would you rather them at home first or away?
Um, to be honest, I think I'd rather have them away first because I think it's always harder um, playing away than playing at home. So to get the away fixture out of the way first, I think would be nice. But I don't really mind, to be honest. I wouldn't really mind if it having it at home and then away later on in the season. So yeah, should be a good games against Swansea. Hopefully we can actually beat them this time because we did the double over us last season. So hopefully this season we can actually beat them.
Now, what do you make to your signings? Obviously, Kane Wilson, Kai Naismith, Mark Sykes from Oxford, Stefan Bajic from St Etienne. So, what do you make to those signings, starting with Kane Wilson?
I think Kane Wilson's a really good signing. Um, got 3 goals and 13 assists in League Two for Forest Green last season. Obviously won the league with them as well. And I think the reason why I think it's a good sign is because last season we were with George Tanner injured and us releasing Danny Simpson as well. We didn't really have a right wing back, so we were having to play like Alex Scott or even Andy Vyman there at some points during the season. So I think it's good we got a right solid right wing back in who can hopefully stay fit for the season. Hopefully have a good season.
And then, what do you make to Kai Naismith, really improving your back line there?
Yeah, I think it's a brilliant signing from Luton, especially on a free as well, because he played a big part in Luton making the top 6 last season. And yeah, I think we need a centre back after we let Robbie Cundy go to Barnsley on a free. I think we did need to get another centre back in because there's uncertainty about Callis's future at the club as well. So need to get another centre back in just to improve our back line and our squad depth in our defence as well. So I think it's another good signing.
And then Mark Sykes from Oxford, what do you make to that one?
Um, I think his versatility is pretty good. You can play centre mid, left mid, or even like left wing or right wing or something. And yeah, so he is a good versatile player, and yeah, I think got 8 goals and 5 assists in League One last season, so it's decent squad player for us. And yeah, um, if one of our midfielders gets injured, then Mark Sykes can replace them, and he'll be a decent option, I guess. So I think it's a decent signing.
Okay, and then Stefan Balic.
Yeah, I think he's a good backup goalkeeper. I think Bentley will remain the number one. I think, but yeah, because I think it's a good, decent backup option because Max O'Leary is still looking like he could either go maybe to Exeter or where former City manager Lee Johnson works at Hibernian now. So with Max O'Leary's future in uncertainty at the club, I think it's good that we got a backup goalkeeper in just in case Max O'Leary does leave.
Okay, and have you kept Masengo?
Um, At the moment, we have kept him, but it's interesting because I saw something this morning saying like apparently he wants to run his contract down, which means he'll remain us until next summer and then leave us on a free. But the thing is, apparently Nigel Pearson doesn't like players running their contract down, which could mean like he doesn't get enough game time next season. So like if I was the manager, I'd just let Masengo leave now and hopefully get some money for him. But it's like Nigel Pearson's the man in charge at the end of the day, and if he can do he does what he thinks is best for the club, then yeah. But yeah, it's good that we still kept Masengo for now. But yeah, it's interesting with Masengo.
Okay, and what are these issues with FFP then?
I've heard nothing pretty much about us, getting a points deduction. So I think the FFP is good. I heard nothing about us going into administration. So yeah, I think we're all clear from like getting a points deduction or something. I think so. So hoping we don't get a points deduction at the start of the season. But yeah, I don't think we will. So I think we can look to finish like mid-table this season.
Now, what about Alex Scott in your midfield? Obviously, played in the England under-19s or whatever it is.
Oh yeah, I think Alex is a very good young player. I think I don't think we should let him go this summer because I think he still needs time to develop. So yeah, but he's a very good young player. Obviously, won the England under-19s Euro Championships, and yeah, I feel like maybe let him to keep out of the club for this season, and then maybe next season move him on if he has a really good breakout season this year. But yeah, he's a very good young player with lots of potential. Alex Scott is.
Okay, and now, sorry, just doing something there. What do you think? Where do you think he'll finish this season? Then,
I think we'll finish in around 12th, maybe. I think we can push for mid-table. I think if the new players adapt to the club quickly, then I think we can finish in and around mid-table. And yeah, I think it can be a pretty decent season for us this season.
okay. And now, where? Who do you think is going to be your breakout like star this season? Like, who do you think's really like the most improved player, basically?
I think Andy Vyman is obviously going to be the star player this season. I think he'll continue his goal scoring. I think the most improved player this season really will be. I don't know. It's difficult. I think maybe Alex Scott. I could say he had a good season last season, but I think this season's just got to improve once again and be even better than he was last season. So this season, I think Andy Vine will be the star breakout player, and Alex Scott will be like the most improved player.
Okay, now we're going to touch on some transfer rumours. Now, just thinking of some good transfer rumours. Just seen one on Twitter or a transfer that's gone through. Kadra has gone from Blackburn to Sheffield United. What do you make?
I think that's a decent signing for Sheffield United. He was decent with Blackburn last season on Kadra, so maybe he can repeat what he did with Sheffield United. And yeah, Sheffield United are looking pretty good this season, so another player to improve their depth in that squad won't hurt them at all. So I think Kadra could be a decent signing.
Okay. So what to make to the fact that EFL only show 163 games when the Premier League has 128? Do you think that's fair? The more EFL games get shown?
Um, I think it to a degree it is quite fair because yeah, because obviously the Premier League clubs get more money than the teams in the EFL, so I think to a degree it is quite fair to like try and like even the money out a little bit. So I think it is quite fair. That more EFL games get shown than Premier League games to be honest.
Do you think more EFL games should be shown, like more League One, more League Two?
I think I think maybe more League One and League Two games should be like broadcasted because yeah, they're the clubs that could really struggle financially and they need the financial support from like being on TV sometimes. So yeah, I do think to help out those lower league clubs, the like more League One, League Two games should be like broadcasted live. I reckon.
I feel like what they could do is create like a channel like Sky Sports EFL or something, or
Yeah,
like and put it on there, like put more League One and League Two games on there, and like have like a certain number of games on there. But is there? Well, obviously tonight is the Women's Euros. England versus Sweden, obviously in the other semi-final it's Germany France. You've been watching much of the Women's Euros, has there?
um, I haven't really been watching it, but I've been like keeping up with the results. And yeah, it's good to see that England are in the semi-finals of the Women's Euros, and hopefully we can win it.
Mm. Now, what's your score prediction for tonight, England versus Sweden women?
Um, I think we will win. I think England will go win 2-1. To be honest, I feel like it'll be a tight game, but I think England will just have enough um, to beat Sweden. So I'll say 2-1.
And what do you think the score will be for the other semi-final?
I feel like I know it's difficult because I haven't really been watching much of Germany or France, but I feel like maybe it could be 1-1. I'll say France will win on penalties. That's my prediction.
Ooh, penalties. I like that. Now, I think we'll touch on the England game in tomorrow's episode that we're going to record, or that will be live on. Or I think we're going to pre-record that episode as well for Thursday. And I'm going to give it tomorrow's episode or Thursday's episode away. Well, tomorrow
Yeah,
because you'll be watching it on Wednesday. So tomorrow's episode is a championship preview. Now we're going to be giving our top six predictions, our relegation predictions, and then we're going to be doing game week one predictions for this weekend in a new prediction league that we're setting up. So I might also add a League One to that prediction league if you want to, Hazza,
yeah, I don't
and
mind either.
and do Championship, Premier League, and League One. So yeah, me and Haz will be competing against each other in the Talk Football Podcast Prediction League. Who will win? Get your predictions in the comments down below. Uh, we'll also touch on the England women's game tomorrow. So also get your opinions on that in the on Thursday. Obviously, I'm going on holiday this weekend, so might not be able to do Premier League preview next Thursday. I'll keep you updated on that. I might be able to. It depends, but it depends. I might let Harry stream it or something because I can have a member on StreamYard, so I might let Harry stream it and like give his thoughts on it, and then So and then I might get another guest in or something for Harry. But now Ronaldo, do you think he will stay at Manchester United, or do you think he'll leave Manchester United?
Um, yeah, it's interesting with the Ronaldo saga at the moment. I've heard like Chelsea, Sporting, and Atletico Madrid being interested, Bayern Munich as well. Um, I hope he stays as a like because it's good for him to stay at Man United, I reckon, because Man United is like the perfect club for him, in my opinion. Um, so I think he will stay at Man United, in my opinion.
And uh, have you? Oh, what do you make to like some of the big signs that have been happening this summer? Like obviously Lingard to Forest, Haaland to Man City, some really big Darwin Núñez uh, to Liverpool, and also what do you make to like the big clubs pre-season like Man United? Obviously, Man United we've seen they've been back with Ten Hag and like and playing pressing football, that an unbeaten pre-season so far. So going into season, Man United, what do you make of that?
Um, yeah, I feel like um, you know, I think Man United fans can be optimistic for next season, because we had a good preseason and made some pretty good signings, the likes of Ericsson, you know, Malacia, players like that. So yeah, I do feel like Man United can be optimistic. I'm not sure if I get top four, because top four is really um, intense. And any team could be in there. With Chelsea, Arsenal, Spurs battling, Man United will be battling as well. But I'm not sure if they make top four. But I do think under Ten Hag will be playing progressive football. Um, I feel like they'll be more positive with someone like Ten Hag in charge. So I feel like it can be a season of optimism for Man United.
Talk about top four race. You brought me on to something there. Now, top four race Premier League, you probably got four teams battling that for two spots because Man City and Liverpool came top two spots, I reckon. I don't think Chelsea will catch Liverpool or Man City. So, four teams battling out for two spots. What do you make? Obviously, Arsenal, Jesus, Zinchenko, Fabio Vieira, Spurs, Perisic, Kulusevski on a permanent, Spence, Chelsea, Koulibaly, Sterling, Man United, Ericsson, Martinez, Malacia. So, what do you make to this top four battle that is virtually coming?
I think it's very exciting. But I think the top four battles can be very exciting next year. Like I said, you've got like Chelsea, Arsenal, Spurs, Man United that will be battling, because Liverpool and Man City are already in there as well, in my opinion. Um, you know, I think Spurs will make it in there. I think under Conte they're progressing a lot, and they're only going to improve. Um, yeah, Chelsea they signed obviously signed Koulibaly and Sterling. But I'm not sure if Chelsea are going to make it this year, actually, because they've lost like sort of Rudiger and Christensen, um, two big defenders. They've signed Koulibaly, but those are two decent defenders, especially Rudiger gone from the club. And Arsenal obviously, like you said, signed Jesus, Vieira, and Zinchenko. And yeah, I feel like Arsenal may just fall short of top four again. I actually think Man United might make it in there under Ten Hag, maybe, actually. Just thinking about it now, because they have got a decent squad, and especially keep Ronaldo, I feel like Man United could make top four. But it is going to be very exciting to see who makes it into that top four alongside Man City and Liverpool.
Okay, and Harry, is the thing the same with with the Premier League, because the Premier League got 5 subs and you can name 9 subs on the bench. The Championship got that as well.
I'm not sure if the Championship's got that. Actually, they might have it, but I'm honestly not sure. I may have
Wait,
to.
I'm just gonna Google that. But what do you make to 5 subs being allowed and 9 on the bench?
I think it's pretty good because obviously, if one match you get a lot of injuries, you can rotate a lot of players in. So I think it's good for fitness levels of players.
Now, Championship is 5 subs, but I was going to touch on big transfer rumours and that. What do you make to Erling Haaland going to City, Darwin Núñez to Liverpool, Lewandowski to Barca? I'll give my thoughts on that later. De Jong to potentially going to United. So it's been a busy transfer window so far. And start with Haaland to City.
Yeah, I think Haaland to City is a really big signing. You know, Man City won the league without an out-out striker last year, so they're definitely gonna just rip up the league again with Haaland. He's an absolute beast, and yeah, I think he'll score at least 15 goals this season with City. And yeah, City to win the league comfortably with him again.
Now Darwin Núñez to Liverpool.
Darwin Núñez to Liverpool, I think it's a pretty good signing. Obviously, I saw he scored like 4 goals against Leipzig in pre-season, so he looks pretty good. So I feel like it can be a pretty good signing. No, and yeah, I feel like he'll be the number 1 starting striker. I think in that front three of like Diaz, Salah, and Núñez, I think that's a pretty good front three. And I feel like Núñez is going to score quite a lot of goals this season for Liverpool. So yeah, I think it's a decent signing.
Okay, and De Jong potentially going to Man United. What's thoughts on that?
Yeah, De Jong to Man United's been going on for ages now. It seems Barcelona are really trying to keep him, but yeah, if Man United's on De Jong, and I feel like their top 4 place is going to be confirmed, to be honest. But yeah, I think De Jong will be I do think De Jong will be a pretty good signing because like he is one of the most brightest upcoming midfielders in the world, and I just feel like if Man United get him, it'll provide a lot of energy in that midfield, and I feel like it will confirm Man United's top 4 place, in my opinion.
Okay, and who bring on this prediction league?
Bring it on, mate. I'm looking forward to it.
This will be competitive over the course of the season. Obviously, if we miss a couple of episodes, we'll put them. We'll send them. Harry will send his predictions to me, or I'll grab his predictions from his video. Talking of predictions, give us a hint. Give us a unpopular opinion from the Championship for this season. Unpopular opinion prediction.
You know what? I don't think Watford are going to make the top 6. I feel like they'll sack their manager Rob Edwards, as they always seem this around there at Watford. I think he'll get sacked pretty quickly, to be fair, because I'm not too keen on him. I know he's won the league, won League 2 with Forest Green, but this is a completely different league, to be honest. And they've lost the likes of Foster as well in goal, so I feel like they could really struggle. And I don't think
There was Ben Goatster.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like they'll won't make the top 6, and I think we'll finish like around 7th. I do believe, in my opinion.
Norwich and Watford will not get top 6. That is very unpopular, I think. I think maybe Watford people will agree with, but especially not Norwich. That'll be unpopular saying Norwich, but yeah. So, guys, that will wrap up today's episode. Thanks to Honeygun, my guest, for coming on. Like that way, yeah, that side. Thanks for him to going on today.
No problem, mate. Thanks for having me on. Always appreciated.
Now you got the task to complete to research some unpopular opinions about the championship for tomorrow's episode. Well, yeah, tomorrow's episode we're going to record tomorrow, and top six predictions, top relegating predictions, match week one predictions, and game England. So very busy episode tomorrow.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Well, no, thanks everyone for watching. Peace out.